It was in 2018 that hundreds of persons displaced by insurgency in the states of Borno and Yobe States found their way to Bauchi State to take shelter. Some of them took refuge with their host communities, while others from Marte and Jere local government areas of Borno State settled at a farmland in Rinde belonging to Mariam Abacha. Numbering over 200, these internally displaced persons settled in an area where there is no school, water, shelter, or health facility. Animi Shua, as called by them, is 15 kilometers away from Bauchi Metropolis with poor road network. It took the intervention of the media through various reports for the state government to acknowledge the presence, as the camp is now captured as an IDP camp by the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA. The IDPs, made up of women and children unaccompanied who lost their parents to the crisis, husbands without wives, and youth, arrived with nothing. They had to erect makeshift structures and survive through donations from government and organizations. 4 years after, the camp has grown in number with an estimated population of over 500. BATV News visit to the camp was to assess the progress of the IDPs. Mohammed Mustafa, a father of 4, who was a motorcycle rider in Marte, said he came to Bauchi without his motorcycle, but today, through many a job, he owns one that he uses to do business and feed his family. Mustafa has even moved out of the camp and now lives in a rented house in a nearby community. The leader of the camp, Alhaji Bulama Boja, said many men are now into the business of buying and selling of cattle, which is what they were doing before their displacement. Capital for this trade is proceeds from the goods given them by the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. Bulama Goja said government at both federal, state and local government, as well as NGOs, have been of great help to them. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs had distributed 1,200 chicks to 10 per woman and 90 goats to empower them. Some of them have been trained in soap making, while items like sewing machines, grinding and spaghetti making machines, as well as 2 motorcycles were presented to them. The governor's wife, he added, has been of great help, but the problem is that most of them cannot make use of the item because they are not used to them, as they are masters in buying and selling. With over 300 children of school age, there is no school, as the one provided has been blown up by wind. Going to the hospital is a major problem, as the place is far from the nearest health facility. The leader called for the siting of an INEC registration center to enable them get voters' card. Acting Director, State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, Balaya Kubuleme, said, though not an official camp, the state has assisted them through the provision of food and non-food items. On the issue of school, he said a temporary tent was erected to serve as classroom for the children, noting that the nearby school is just a kilometer away.
Honestly, when they came to Bauchi State, they had been received by the Chiromon Bauchi through Bauchi local government, and they were taken to His Royal Highness the Emir of Bauchi, then later on to social welfare down to Sema. Luckily for them, they had a place where they are being given by one of their relation in Rinde, one of the farmlands. Government has assisted in various aspects. Like we went there and installed some about 34 or 40 solars there, electric and solar energy light, and we gave them a tent for primary school, and we have been taking some food relief materials to them from time to time.
Elizabeth K, BATV News.